this video, we're going to do a little bit Godzilla 2014 movie discussion, and we're going to ask the question, will Godzilla die? Okay, guys, welcome back. So a couple of people asked me my opinion on this topic. It's been a common question, a lot of debate of people wondering whether or not Godzilla's going to die at the end of the movie. So, I just wanted to share my thoughts. A couple of people asked me my thoughts, so here we go. Overall, in my opinion, in my heart of hearts, I do not think he will die. I think that Gareth Edwards already touched a little bit upon expressing his desire to make a sequel. We all know that a sequel is very dependent on a very successful movie, not only worldwide, but also domestically. And furthermore, I think that you don't want to bring him back on the level that they seem to be bringing him back just to take him right back away. Now, a lot of things play into this. I mean, I don't know the details of the deal between Legendary and Toho Studios. Was it a one-movie deal? Was it a multi-movie deal? If it's a hit, does Toho take over? If it's not a hit, there's so many intangibles that play into it. We really don't know. A lot of people speculate this and speculate that, but none of us were in the boardroom when the papers were being signed. We don't know what was on the contract. So until we get that information, all we can do is speculate. With that said, here's my reason why I think he won't die. I think he won't die because I think they want to plan a trilogy. That seems to be the staple now for all movies. Plan a trilogy. Plan a trilogy. I think that with the way they made the movie, they probably already made the first movie with two movies in mind already. A lot of times, if you plan a trilogy, you release the first movie, the movie's going to link up with the next two. In other words, what I'm saying is they've planned it ahead of time. So we could see a kind of ending that obviously leads to something else. We all know that post-credits scenes are very popular. It wouldn't surprise me if we see one. And I think after what happened in 1998, I don't think Gareth is going to want to go out like that. I don't think he's going to want to go out killing him. And furthermore, if he's staying traditional to the Japanese monster, the Japanese Godzilla, then we all know that he's basically indestructible. So I think those reasons there are reasons that he may not die. Now, reasons why I think he will die. Number one, sometimes there's a good movie and you just leave it alone. And that's it. Perfect example is The Matrix. I thought The Matrix was a fantastic movie. I could have lived without two sequels. And don't get me wrong, I liked Matrix Reloaded. I thought Revolution was okay. Overall, decent trilogy that generated a lot of revenue for the company. But overall, would we have died if there had not been a sequel to The Matrix? No. I thought it was fine the way it was. They didn't need to make sequels. There's plenty of movies like that. There's some movies that don't need a sequel that get one, and they're fantastic. Alien was a fantastic movie. Could have gone without a sequel. It got one, and that was just as good. So there are plenty of movies that are just great standalone, and for that reason, I think it would be, if they did it right, if they made his death believable, which would be a tall task, I think you could pull off his death, get away with it for being a very, very good movie in and of itself without needing a sequel. Overall, I think what's going to happen is we're going to get an open ending. We're going to get the kind of ending that's going to let us decide what Godzilla's fate was. That way, if the movie bombs, they can end it there, and we can just go with whatever we think. But if the movie's successful, they can pick up where they left off, and it wouldn't seem like it's out of the ordinary. So I think overall, we're going to get, and my prediction is this: we'll get an open ending. We're going to decide in our mind whether or not he lived. I think it's going to be a question mark. We're going to think, well, maybe he did live, but maybe he could have died. Kind of like with the whole Batman thing, only in Batman you know that he lived, but it could have gone either way, I guess. Or like Inception. Inception, when the top is spinning and you don't know what, I'm over here, spoil, well, the movie's old enough. So if you haven't seen it by now, too bad. But like in Inception, when the top is spinning and it kind of hints that it looks like it's about to fall, but right before it does, the movie cuts off and you're left deciding in your mind whether or not you think he's trapped or not. So I think that's the kind of ending we're going to get. And I think we're going to get that kind of ending because the numbers are going to determine whether or not we're going to see more sequels down the road. So do I think overall, though, in my personal opinion, that he'll die? No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll die. I just think we'll get an ending where we could assume either or. And I think that's the perfect way to do it, especially if the movie doesn't go on, because then you could say, well, they never really killed him. We just never saw or heard from him again, or whatever the case may be. So I think overall, I think we're going to get an open ending that can go in either direction, which gives them the opportunity to decide whether or not they want to keep it going. And we'll just see from there. So that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts on that. And share your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think Godzilla's going to die? Do you think he'll live? Do you think it'll be an open ending? Let me know your thoughts, and we'll take it from there. See you next video. Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host, Rob. This video, we're going to do a little bit Godzilla 2014 movie discussion, and we're going to ask the question, will Godzilla die? Okay, guys, welcome back. So a couple of people asked me my opinion on this topic. It's been a common question, a lot of debate of people wondering whether or not Godzilla's going to die at the end of the movie. So, I just wanted to share my thoughts. A couple of people asked me my thoughts, so here we go. Overall, in my opinion, in my heart of hearts, I do not think he will die. I